Well, hey folks, today we're out just doing a little prospecting. We've been on this area of the creek before, but downstream. Today we're gonna head upstream and see if we can pick out a good spot to find a little bit of gold. So thanks for stopping in. Stick around and see if we find anything. Well, I've walked up a ways, maybe a quarter of a mile. Really big bars on this creek and a lot of hard stone. Give you a little spin around here. Another pretty area of New York. But we've kind of landed on this spot right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of ramps up there. And let me step back this way a little bit. Now you can see maybe that the flow now kind of flows down through there. Not kind of, but it does. But during the higher water, it's kind of pushing right through there, right straight through, creating a channel straight through there. But in this area here, it's not getting washed out, so heavies could be depositing in that area. We'll take a few test pans in here and see what we get. If we don't get nothing, we'll keep on moving up. Alright, stay tuned. Okay, I took 2 pans. The first pan from up there that had quite a bit of black sand. No gold, but a lot of black sand. And I moved down here just off the edge of the crease in the stream there, if you know what I mean. And about a quarter of the amount of black sand and no gold. So we might come back down and work this spot on our way out through and just work up in here. Maybe down a little bit or up a little bit and through there. But for now, let's keep moving up and see what else we can find. There's a couple spots on Google Earth where I saw. One was downstream, we passed it. It kind of got messed up when the state was in here and put in all their big riprap to try to settle down, you know, the flow of the creek and whatnot. But you can't control Mother Nature. She's going to do what she wants. So anyway, let's move up through here and see if the next spot that I saw on the maps is still there and if it looks any good. A couple of cool stones on the way. I mean, there's tons and tons and tons, but this one's a pretty nice one. Got quartz banded all through it. I almost thought it was an agate or a jasper at first. I don't think it is, but it's a pretty cool rock, especially when it's wet. And this one, all covered in cracks like that. I haven't seen something like that before. Maybe I have, but I don't remember. That at first I thought it was a turtle shell, you know, but it's not. And then I just found this one. Got a bunch of pyrite in there, pretty mineralized, just on the surface there where that contact seam must have been. We're not going to keep those, but just thought I'd stop and film them for a minute, and just wanted to show you how tall the gravel beds are getting in here, the gravel bars. That's like 4, maybe 5 feet up off the water, so that might be a good area for some gold deposition. We're going to go right up here and maybe do a pan or two. Let's do it. Oh, there's a good stone we might take home. It's all green. I don't know, I like green stones. I don't know why, but I really do. Might take that one home. Get it up out of there. Yeah, we might take that one, put it out in the waterfall feature out front. That's a nice one. Not so green on that side. Could be stained from the earth. Okay. Let's go find some gold. Try to anyway. Okay, we just got up to the head of this gravel bar here, and right down here just a little ways was that green stone, someplace right there. So we came up to the head of this bar to look for some gold, and it's looking really good now. Look at this. This is all like a mud clay in here. So as we all know, that'll serve as a false bedrock. Then all these gravels are sitting right on top of it here, and there should be some heavies depositing in here anyway. So let's take a few test pans from in this area, and maybe we can locate where the most black sand is and dig down to this false bedrock clay and see if we get anything. It's looking pretty interesting. Several test pans right here in this area. Very little bit of black sand. I worked on top of the clay, just up above the clay, up in the higher areas, in the medium areas, the big stones, the little stones. Just doesn't look good. which is weird. There could be accumulation of black sand down through there, but there's so much area there for the gold to be spread out. We're gonna keep on walking up through and see what we can find. Look at the size of this guy. He's a big one. Not very afraid, probably because he's so big. I was just getting ready to dig right here. He jumped out. Yeah, he's not very friendly. We'll leave him alone. We'll shoo him away. And sorry, buddy, we're gonna dig in your spot. First, that spider is right over there. Then I picked up a rock, and we got this frog right here. Picked up this rock, and he just sat right there. Go on, buddy. He's like, I'm cold. Leave me alone. Okay, well, we'll move him too. Maybe it's a good sign. We'll see. Alright, not much black sand in that spider frog hole. It's just a little, like a little pinch of black sand, so, and there's not much break in the creek for anything to settle out here. Let's head back down to that first spot where we're finding the majority of that black sand and work that area, set the sluice up and run some material through there and see what we get. Pretty little flowers. Alright, let's do it. Alright, we're back down at that lower spot where we're getting all that black sand. I got about a half a bucket there. Gonna take it right down here and run it to the sluice. Maybe you can see it set up right there. Right down there. Might have to adjust it a little bit. I was hoping to put it up here, but not really enough pitch for it. So we're gonna run it down there. Let's go push this bucket of materials through there and see what we get. Well, I pushed 2 buckets through the sluice down there. Where'd it go? Did it? Oh, there it is. Down there anyway. 2 buckets. I believe we got one little speck in there. Just sitting here for a minute, taking a little break. Just gonna keep working this area right through there. Kind of where it up on the top of that ramp up before it gets over to the flat side. So right in there, we'll work that material and see if we can keep on picking some gold out. But it's a beautiful day. It was kind of chilly this morning, 55. I know that don't seem too cold, but yesterday it was steaming hot and the day before. So 55 was a little chilly this morning. It's warmed up. Had a lot of rain lately, but it's been so dry beforehand that it didn't really bring the creek up much at all. A couple nights ago we had one hellish storm, and that brought the creek up for a little while, but she's coming back down now. When I first came in, the water was a little more off color and it's clearing up, so almost back to normal. But I believe we'll just sit here for a while and have a little break. So many cool stones around. Look at the amount of black sand in this stuff. It's all super fine, but look at it all. You know, those cells are almost full. We still only got that one speck. You probably can't see it. I moved up a little bit too high. Maybe another speck right there. There was a lot more black sand, but not many stone in it. It was all black sand and regular sand. So we're gonna stay a little bit lower. I got the gravity mat in there. That's working good. Holding a few stones, but it's working the way it usually does. I like it. Of course, the VDR, that stuff's awesome. A lot of black sand though. We're gonna keep on digging. That's bucket 3. I see one more little speck. Alright. Ran about 4 buckets through the sluice from over there. A lot of black sand. We're gonna let it run and clean some of that black sand out on its own. And then we'll do a cleanup and see what gold we got. Box is running pretty good. Alright, we'll give it a minute and then do a cleanup and see what gold we got. Alright, we got a little bit of gold, got that all cleaned up. A whole crap load of black sand, look at it all. So I'll show you the gold right here. See if we can get a focus here. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then there's a couple that are, I mean, teeny tiny. Looks like one right there too. So I don't know, seven pieces we'll call. There's a couple more, but we can't even count those. They're so tiny. And know that spot's got gold, so we're not going to dig any more in there today. We still got time, but we're just going to walk around now and maybe find some cool rocks. We don't want to take all that gold out of there at once. Give us something to do later on. Okay. Let's go for a walk. I just wanted to show you how coarse this black sand is. It's not super coarse. The first time I went through it and I showed you that gold, I went through it kind of quick, and I did miss a little bit of gold. I see another flake right in here, but let me show you how coarse it is. See how coarse it is? Not super, but it's not that ultra fine black sand, so I reckon that's why it's holding on to a little bit of gold there also. Alright, I'm going to go through this real quick and I'll let you know if I see any more pieces.